and gentlemen, I am so proud to introduce you to Washaka, our 12-year-old bald eagle. Now, Washaka likes to spread his wings. You maybe notice I took off my glasses because there's been times they have gone flying. Those are powerful wings. He has an impressive 6-foot wingspan. Now, you might be wondering, what does that mean, Washaka? That's an interesting name. Well, that's a Dakota word that means strength. So, being a strong and powerful bird, we thought that would be a good name for this eagle. Now, I fed Washaka a little bit of mouse out on his perch, and you can tell he's picking up little pieces on my glove here still. I want him to get nice and comfortable with us in the classroom before I offer him his meal. So before we give him that fish, let's use this time to answer some questions. Does anyone have any questions that they want to ask about Washaka? Yes?
Washaka, what's his really long,
His wingspan? Yeah, so Washaka's wingspan is the start of the brown. He is a little bit of a smaller eagle for 2 reasons. Number 1, gender. He's a male. In the raptor world, there's something going on called reverse sexual dimorphism. Really? Try using that in your next social gathering, huh? Meaning, he is the smaller of the sexes. Females are actually larger than the males in the raptor world. So, being a male, he's a bit small. Plus, geography plays a big role. He's from Florida. In Florida, it's warm. He doesn't have to be big and bulky to survive colder climates. You'll notice that as you go north, say to the Midwest, eagles are bigger. Go to Alaska, northern Canada, they're as big as they come. So with that being said, anyone want to take a guess at how much Washaka weighs? Just yell at some
10 pounds.
15 pounds.
10 pounds, 15 pounds?
45 pounds.
50.
35, 60, we're kind of all over the place. Well, Washaka is covered in about 7,000 feathers and has a lightweight skeleton of a bird. Now, if you took all of his feathers and all of his bones and weighed them separately, his feathers would actually weigh more, believe it or not. He weighed in this morning at an impressive 6.5 pounds. But thank you guys for thinking I could lift 60 or so pounds at one time. Now, Washaka was found in the wild world starving to death. See, this is an eagle that had a tumor growing on his left eyelid when he was very young. It covered his eye. He could not see well enough to find food, and he was found on the ground, just really starving. So people helped him. They took him to a rehab center, and they removed the tumor, only to discover his eye never formed correctly. We know if he was released today, the same thing would happen. We thought at one point Washaka could be a flighted bird at the center, but after observing him even hop from perch to perch, sometimes he misses, he would never do well in a flighted experience because he could fly into something, he could have a terrible crash landing, we could hurt this bird in the process, and we don't want to do that. Yes, sir?
If a bird is born in Waukesha, how far will they go to their range and to build a nest?
Sure, so if a bird, say an eagle, is hatched here in the Wabasha area, how far are they going to go after they're hatched? So once the eagle is hatched, they will stick around mom and dad for a little bit, understanding where and what to eat and whatnot. But shortly after, I mean, if they don't leave, the parents will kick them out of their territory. So they will become nomadic until they reach adulthood at 5 to 6 years of age. So they're going to travel wherever they can to find food. Now, if this means going 5 miles down the street, they'll do that. If it means going 100 miles downriver, they will. They're only going to go as far as they need to. And that's the case for eagles in general, especially during migration. They're only go as far as they need to survive. But it has been said that a bald eagle, if they're nomadic wandering around, then comes time to raise a family, they'll travel a good 100 or so miles to the area where they were originally hatched, but it can vary with the population of bald eagles in area to area. So, well, look at how wonderful Wishaka is perching here for us. When he first came in, he was flapping his wings because he's like, yeah, I'm getting food and getting all excited, but we want him to be calm and patient. It's all part of his training. So he is displaying that good behavior to us, and no good behavior goes unrewarded here. So I'm going to reach around, grab this tub, and offer that to him. He's going to take that down to his talons. His talons will hold the fish in place like a vice. And then his beak, his knife and fork, is going to rip that flesh apart. Now, if you like to fish, has ever cut up a fish or tried to tear fish flesh, you know how strong that stuff is. He rips it with ease. He has extremely strong neck muscles in order to do this. An eagle's crushing ability in its jaw really isn't that powerful. We have more in our jaw as a human being than an eagle has in theirs. Now his beak and his talons are continuously growing. So it's really important that he does hold and rip and tear things to wear that down naturally. They're both made out of same material as our fingernails, keratin. More questions, guys?
Can you pet them?
Can we pet them? You know, we could, but we would regret it greatly. If you want to pet an eagle today, there's a lovely group of them hanging out in the gift shop, okay? The truth is, if we would try to pet the eagle, he would find that extremely scary, because in the wild, they do not touch one another. So for me to reach out and touch him would be like a threatening thing, and he would probably reach up and try to grab me with his feet in response to that. So we only touch them for medical purposes if we have to, but usually the bird's head is covered at that time, because when they can't see something going on, they remain very calm. Oh, he tried to swallow that big piece, but he's like, too big. Now, I wear a thick leather glove on my left hand for a reason. His talons can exert great power. Now, pressure is, almost not quite.
Hey Alexa, your first 4th of July spent at the Eagle Center. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? And he's got a first 4th of July shirt. Oh, show it off, kiddo. Show it off. Show it off, honey.